top right-hand side of the map. But this is game number 1 of the bi-weekly 1 solos for the 2024 Naraka Bladepoint Spring Split. Starting off with the man himself, OUG's Mike. Now currently in another team right now. OUG Mike is gonna be a little taking time for me to get used to saying OUG Mike, but now we see Mike now representing OUG. Badass action as well on the Zaping. Dual blades out, running that dual blade katana swap combo. We know how strong that combo is. Once you catch the prior with the R&B, swap into that katana. We see it time and time again how strong it can be. OUG Mike's gonna go ahead and open up with the longsword. There goes the prior off for action, catching that grapple to the 1.0 from the dual blades. That's gonna be a big damage here. The F called in from Mike. The barrier from action. That's gonna be a lot of damage to the follow-up R&B as well. He's gonna be paired one time around. It's gonna be Mike now responding with the R&B follow-up off the parry. And it looks like action is gonna drop very low. And OUG's Mike's gonna use this time to get a quick reset in for himself. He's gonna pick up that purple dagger as well. We got JL's AS in the back end starting to move on in on that Tesla as well. Action now is gonna get reaggressed, gonna release the R&B, does catch some damage onto Mike. F thrown down here from Mike, gonna try to create some space for the time being. AS just lurking around, waiting for that perfect time for him to start moving on in. He sends out LNB focus. He does get parried, but no stagger there for action. Looks like Mike now does get the call that there's another player lurking around, and AS just waiting it out, trying to third party at the perfect time. OUG's Mike now is going to go ahead and use this time to try to get some resources. Currently still, this drop has not been fully cleared, so these players can still get some resources. There we go, the soul break here for Mike. He's going to catch the LNB prior as well, or the LNB focus. OG's Mike now going to try to continue to get aggressive here onto action. He's not going to get the parry there, throws on the F, R&B prior for action. He doesn't go for the grapple combo because T225 now is coming into play. I believe that's the Shayo there for T225 on that blue hung sword in hand for him. Now we have a 4-way scrap off for these players. Action now dropping very low. He gets very weak. It looks like it's gonna be T225 with the pistol shot, picking up the elimination there onto action. And JLAS now is gonna try to get aggressive onto Mike. And the scrap offs do not stop here. Everybody's trying to catch these quick eliminations off drop. And it'll be focused into the soul break there for AS. Big damage onto Mike. Mike trying to stay up, jumping very low. T225 still in the mix with the R&B focus. That ultimate does proc there from Mike. He now is in big trouble, has to get the movement game strong for himself now to try to back up. Another player gets parried in the back is gonna be AS. T225 with an amazing parry in the backside there. It looks like he is going to stop that pressure from Mike for the time being. We have another player showing up, Juchi now with the nunchucks, purple nunchucks in hand on the Faria. And Mike, you're going to have to really try to catch this man. This man has the movement game on lock for himself, especially with the dagger. We know how quick you can go with those scale rushes for himself. And he's out of there. Look at him, he's gone.
Mike, with the kiting, you just see everyone piling in, the constant third party, but 225, he wants his revenge. He remembers that second place, but Mike, with that dagger and that zipping purple armor, my man is juice. He knows all he has to do is stay alive right now. He's out of heals, though. He's going to have to find an opening to get out of here. AS, he was watching earlier, looking for that weakness. This is the one spot that Mike can possibly be vulnerable, because if you let Mike go, and he's going into that Yang, and he's going to do work, and you can't catch this man going in the end game. 225 as well, timing his way in. Akame looks like he's going to be jumping in as well, but Mike with the dagger, there's just so much movement capability, weaving in and out of here. That instant scale rush coming in huge for him. He doesn't have any armor pods to his name, and it doesn't matter. AS with that Tesla ult, he needs to be really careful. So with that low ping on the Chinese server, AS, even though he has that Tesla ult locked and loaded, Mike has his eyes on him, managing the stamina. He can on reaction dodge all of this. This fence, one of the best pieces of terrain that you can kite on. But Mike with that dagger still keeping it going. 4 or 5 people in, that mutual destruction gonna allow Mike to get out there and survive. Now to the north right now, we got CDY, Panda Man rebranded onto Wolves with Fong. I gotta see how the dagger god is going. He has his patented fan action as well, looking for the scale rush up top, but Fong not able to connect with the uppercut. Good read right there, just a little bit slow on the reaction time, but Panda Man lurking on the outside. And again, this mutual destruction to lurk on the outside, waiting for someone to get low. No ult to Panda Man or CDY's name. He wants to slow it down, doesn't want to overcommit. Off spawn, zipping is absolutely a tyrant. Her sustain is out of control. Now we got XXY with the Hong Sword looking for the cancel. Wang Lang calling him out, hitting him with the bloom. We got the Tessa, third party. XXY wants to get out of here, realizes he's going the wrong way. Tessa, Chuzeng with the uppercut, with the follow-up, getting the juggle. Now XXY in a tough spot. No ult to his name. Gonna get his wake up red with the horizontal, with nowhere left to go. Great double parry. Can XXY survive? He does have some terrain. And again, the fan, the instant scale rush coming out. He's looking for his way out. A couple of movement errors, getting a little bit stuck, but he is big chilling right now. Wang Lang smells blood in the water, looking for him, but Chuzeng still has his eye on XXY, trying to cover him. A little bit of a movement error. XXY gonna get 2 heals off, but now Chuzeng hot on his heels, wants to finish him off. XXY has a little bit of options here, does have his heal up, looking for an escape, manages to use the gold focus to slide out of there, but Chuzeng keeping on the outside, and again, XXY with the presence of mind, parrying his way out of the situation, and finally giving himself some room to breathe. Chuzeng realizing, you know what, let's try a different zipping over here. Wang Lang, you look like you're looking like a little snack right now. Wang Lang just trying to get out of here. Does have ult to his name, but Chuzeng doesn't care. Gonna catch him with the overhold, but it's not gonna matter. Chuzeng has those dual blades, gonna be able to stay on top of Wang Lang. Those sticky dual blades, but again, Chuzeng, no ult to his name, knows he can't finish off this sustain, doesn't want to risk it. We're just seeing such disciplined play today, creatives.
Wow. On Liang. In and out, gets that resetting for himself. WBG Spider right next to KLA's TT25. So we have blue spear in hand here for Spider. TT25 with a purple fan, waiting for that Realm of Yang. And Raven, I'm really curious to see these players. Do they take that new buff that we have to play now? Oh, he's on Justina. V1.
Yeah. Oh, this is the GOAT matchup right here. I'm excited.
This is the V1 Justina, WBG Spider against OUG's Mike. We have a big scrap off happening in the first Realm of Yang of game number 1. Got spears out for Spider. Mike with that dagger in hand still on the Zaping. Looks like Spider's gonna start up hot, going up top. He's gonna get parry hit from Mike. He's gonna go ahead and catch the LB focus into soul break. F caught in for Spider very early here. Crouch LB, R&B off the dagger. He's gonna go ahead and bait that parry out. The ultimate out called in for Spider. Quick comes in off the focus. Both players trying to catch Prowl here. Does not look like anything is happening for the time being. OUG's Mike just creating the space perfectly. There goes the freezer. Spider does not catch the prior. F caught in there for the Zaping. Spider still now is going to go ahead and release that 1.0. Catches the LMB focus to the jump LMB. Oh no, LMB to the freeze. There it is for Spider. Into the Dragon Slayer, to the uppercut. Jump LMB. The prop comes in from the Zaping ultimate. And Mike now with his back towards the wall needs to be real careful. Spider applying the pressure there with that spear. Crouch LMB, R&B. Big damage off that purple dagger. Mike now trying to still get this kill in this elimination for himself. Spider forced to call that app, and it's not enough there for Spider, and Mike coming out victorious in his first Realm of Yang.
Beautiful read by Mike there. He actually perfectly times his light attack as Spider comes out of his freeze. Really hard to do because Mike mistimes that. If he guesses wrong there, Spider just instantly takes his turn back, hits him with an uppercut combo, and Mike dies instead. But this is what defines champions. Their read on other players, their memory of past situations. Mike completely reads Spider's situation that he wants to retreat there, calls him out, gets the stagger, bets it all on the light attack, and Spider goes down. Now we got Spider with that Yang depletion. Now, if you lose that Yang 1v1, you have 4.5 minutes to find a soul bloom on a body. So now, forced action in the mid game, Spider needs to find someone. Unfortunately for him, he finds the second strongest solo player in the world, 225, but he's hot on his heels. Now we see on the outsides, like I was saying before we went into Yang creative, I'm seeing a lot of disciplined play. We still have 12 people alive. No one is going down off spawn. There's a lot of respect on everyone's fighting ability, and I feel like after the 2.5 years of Naraka being around, everyone's skill is starting to get a little bit closer, and the one player who really still only stands out is Mike. Now Spider with 3 minutes left for his Yang depletion. He unfortunately is going to run into one of the buffs, and all of the zippings and Tesla is going to be a very dangerous position for Justina. The multi-way fight is not where Justina shines right now, and 225 hot on the heels of Spider. That Shayo versus Justina is a tough match. The F2 chasing Spider down. Spider weaving, getting out of there, managing to dodge that big damage from the F2, but going back to this, we got CDY and AS getting chipped down, but Spider coming in quick. Can he get the soul bloom? Can he do it? He cannot. Unfortunately, but still with Yang depletion, someone came in and stole a 225, able to pick up that kill, and now Spider has 2 dashes to his name, But OUG Mike with the buff, he's gonna show so much aggression. Spider down to half health, looking for a chip shot, but everyone is here. We got more than half of the lobby here. CDY inside Farrier ult. Spider just looking down, just like, who am I gonna find to kill? We're gonna just cap off here. Stay relaxed and get back in there. The water's fine. Wang Lang trying to get out of there. And Panaman in the middle of everyone. The second that Farrier ult's going to come down, everyone's going to pounce in on them. Spider, first one in. Looks for the RMB. Gets the bonk off. Now CDY at 1 HP. And now Akame coming out of nowhere. Chasing him with the F2. What should you do? 1 HP situation, but we do have that dagger. Panda Man looking to get up within the mountain. If there's one place to kite, you want to kite here at Plume Castle.
Wow. And then he is going to fall there to Spider. And Spider still does not get the bloom. What a big bow shot coming up from the top side there from the statue. And Spider now. We have a bloodbath happening here in Plume Castle. The whole server is here currently at Plume Castle. We got still scrap offs unfolding. Action Chazong as well. Gonna get aggressed here by Action. Heartstopper there for Spider. R&B focus there for Action on the purple halberds to Spider. Gonna overhold. R&B focus does get the damage in. Big pistol shot from the backside. We have another player in the back end now trying to get aggressive. Spider with the triple jump LMBs there from the spear. Action trying to respond. F caught in for Spider. There goes the proc comes in from the from Action Zaping's ultimate. He is gonna have to try to back up for the time being, but Spider needs this bloom still, and the timer is ticking for both of these players. Action trying to stay alive. Spider with that gray armor now, and Action just moving around Plume Castle. Big R&B focus there to turn it back and make him back up for the time being. Big freeze there for Spider. The elimination comes into play. Spider does not get the bloom for the third time again. That's super unfortunate for him. 45 seconds here for Spider. F called in once again. No freeze off of this. Catches the LMB prio into the triple jump LMBs there for Spider, and he cannot catch a break right now. Everybody is here at Plume Castle. We have all these players still getting mad aggressive. Spider trying to take a quick reset, and no ultimate anymore here for Spider, so he's gonna just have to call his shots here and just back up. 23 seconds. He needs a miracle, and a big bow shot there from Bong from the top side. He said, give me that. Get that free elimination out to Spider. And wow, Raven, what a showdown right now.
This is the most aggressive Plume Castle thing I've ever seen. The amount of ferociousness of everyone chasing out, just sharks everywhere, everyone taking a little bit of hit and everyone diving in. Spider unfortunately not able to find a soul bloom and just eating a bow shot from downtown. And now we have Mike, the original Oogler, the most aggressive player inside NBPL. He has a massive lead right now at 51.1, and he has a gold dagger. It's interesting to me that Mike actually prefers having a dagger. Normally, it was universally accepted that Fan is the best weapon, but Mike is choosing to keep his dagger instead of switching it to Fan. I'm wondering if we'll see more of that evolution moving forward. And we're seeing the same thing as well with Panda Man. They're choosing the mobility of having that mix-up of the Soul Break instead of having that nice like longsword distance of that mid-range focus attack. They're using that movement instead, but still Fong, Mike, Juchi, Chuzang, all still duking it out inside Plume Castle. And the one character that really has a huge advantage in this situation is Zipping. She can go forever, and you can't really tell which Zipping is who besides who has the ultimate. And if you're going to get out sustained, you're going to get your heals kind of mauled out of you and sieged from you. In this mid game, it is critical to keep your heals up, because going into that end game, it's Farrier and Zipping who are going to win those situations. So everything in this mid game is picking your spots wisely, and we're going to get 225. KLA's 225 versus CDY of Wolves. Who is going to take it? We got the gold dual blades on the Shayo. Can he find the opening for this Farrier? Farrier is notorious for getting that stall into a tie, but nice LMB in midair. 225 looking for the opener, baiting it out. Panda Man just sitting out for the hold. CDY has the pressure, forcing out the ult already. One shield getting poked off, 2 shields down. He's gonna dive in using one of these charges. He still has 2 shields left, looking to dodge out, doing great damage with that cannon. Imagine an iframe, everything, no stagger, still has 2 shields to his name. 225 gets around the corner, and with these giant pillars, it's gonna be a little bit easier to get these heal offs. 1 shield going down, able to survive the situation. 38 seconds left, still a lot of time for 225 to make something happen. Looking with that F2 reset, 3rd shield's gonna finally be popped. No more shield to his name. Now 225 actually taking damage, still gonna get back to full health. CDY's gonna try to close the distance to make sure he doesn't get a heal off. Unfortunately, we get a full reset. 20 seconds though. Can Can we find the kill? Dagger gets the focus attack, looks for the hit, able to jump over the F2. Now 225 managed to catch the tap dodge, but the gold combo break is going to come out. 225 goes for a ride again. That gold dagger just does too much damage, and CDY keeps on his reign and takes down 225.
Wow. Panda Man staying composed in a realm of Yang. OUG's might. Now, in the outskirts of Plume Castle this time around, gold dagger in hand. And I like this about Mike. He had his 3 kills, did not decide to go into Yang. He wants to play for this end game. He has that lead, and he's still playing very structured. So big shout out to Mike, knowing that he does not have to take those aggressions that he doesn't need to get more eliminations. He has 3 on the board already. Now KLA's T225, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Try to pick up a Soul Bloom. Super unfortunate here for T225 on the shot. Yo, gold halberds in hand here for T225. Gonna have to wait and see if he can catch a player, unless he has a Bloom stash somewhere, which a lot of the times these players do have one. Looks like he is going towards the zone, so he might have one stashed around somewhere in the zone. We're gonna have to wait and see how that goes for him. But I mean, there was just a lot of action Plume Castle. He probably does not. T225 still just falls short in that realm of Yang. Gonna have to wait this out for him. We still have 7 players remaining. A lot of these players playing the top side rocks here by Plume Castle. Got CDY coming out hot from that realm of Yang. Has that buff. Got DRG's Fong. The blue fan in hand. Everybody else has a very, very high rarity weapon. T225 on the gold halberds. I think there's 2 gold daggers out. We had a purple halberds as well out. But Fong, once again, staying to his roots with that dagger slash fan. And I know he was super excited once the dagger had a different type of weapon, the congeneric weapon for the dagger, because we know him as always being that dagger guy. He's always been running a dagger. He would choose a common dagger over any type of another rarity weapon. He is just super comfortable with that weapon, and now he has a little bit of versatility for himself, having that fan in the game, so he is going to be able to switch it up. That he has been doing that for since the weapon was released, and I'm very surprised that it's still very dagger fan heavy. And the Hong Sword, probably we had 1 out earlier, and it was a blue Hong Sword. Probably the weapons are just not out right now. We saw a lot of the dual blade katana combos or weapon combos come in as well. But I'm very surprised. I was expecting to see more of the Hong Sword being played out. Yeah, we have 2 halberds out, dual blades on the top side, 2 gold daggers. Right now, these players just have to work what they have as well. So there's not any favoritism on what weapons. So I'm gonna have to wait and see into game 6 what the majority of the weapons still are. But I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be heavily dagger fan based. We got Mike now getting aggressed by T225. T225 with a minute 44 comes in off the focus for both players. Mike now still applying the pressure onto T225. T225 is gonna have to try to back up, try to take a quick reset for himself. 3 eliminations on the board here for T225, as well as for Mike and Panda Man CDY. It's gonna take me some time to get used to CDY, because we know him as Panda Man, the Tarka god. Panda Man always. I'm not gonna be surprised if I see Tarka once again this for tonight. You said he ran it 2 nights ago as well. Still playing that Tarka. But T225 timer is back. A minute 13. Still trying to find something for himself. Wang Liang just waiting this out. He knows if this player is getting aggressive. He did fall on Yang. And now Wang Liang trying to stay up. It's going to be forced to pop this ultimate. Let me pry here for T225. Misses the grapple. Catches the aerial R&B there from the halberds. Going to go ahead and call the F. Both players do. So does not manage to get the stagger off of that with that gold frame. And T225 now just struggling here to try to find a player and catch him to try to get a Soul Bloom, and everybody around is playing a lot safer as well. So it looks like here for T225, he is not going to be lucky for this game as long as Wang Liang manages just to create that space as he's doing now, and that's super unfortunate for him here, Raven.
This is one of the worst ways to go down. That slow death, 30 seconds left. All you see is a bunch of zippings at Plume Castle. That is just tough. And now Mike, the god zipping, as a bloomer, known for his armor swaps. Mike has a crazy memory when it comes to armor swaps. Every armor on the map becomes his armor. Now XXY unfortunately gonna be running into 225. He's gonna be popping everything. He pops off the ultimate, able to get the uppercut, but unfortunately in terrain grief, the cliff ends up saving XXY's life, and now doing the drop down fake, scale rushing back up and passing 225. XXY is going to be able to pick up that kill, zipping one of the best picks on her Hallroth, and you're seeing why her ability to fight these multi-way fights is uncontested. Now Faria coming in with CDY, that gold dagger, gold halberd and gold dagger all over the place, and I'm feeling that Hong Sword, like you were saying, even though Hong Sword is really, really good in a fair 1v1, in a multi-way fight, the reach of that R&B, that vertical attack with the dual blades or dual halberds, it just goes so far. It has the furthest reach on your focus slide light attack, and the one thing that can kind of zone it out is dagger. You just cannot hold a dagger down if you're fighting against it. Now you can, like you were pointing out before, creatives, that you can weapon swap it with the dual halberds and katana, but you lose the ability to poke in that range. Now we're seeing 225 replay with the Shayo absolutely mauling AS on the Tessa. Able to iframe that ult perfectly. Still has a ton of shield to his name. Gonna max range. Send that focus attack. Forward in one more time. AS fighting valiantly, but the F2 is going to come out, and that does so much damage. The F2 with the weapon scaling, just an absolute nuke from the focus attack.
Wow. T225 was moving in that Yang. Chazong now trying to get aggressive onto Mike. Mike is going to get enchanted here. Chazong is not going to go in, continue to get aggressive. We have another player in the backside. Cannon shot spawn on it. Big damage there from the cannon. Chazong now might be in big trouble. Wang Liang has his eyes onto Chazong. Catches a lot of damage off the zone as well. And Wang Liang can't catch his elimination here. Trying to do everything he can to try to pick up this elimination for himself. Chazong is going to be taken out by Wang Liang's cannon. There it is with that burn damage. And Wang Liang now is going to pick up some resources plus that bloom. He's going to be back to his positioning. Still laying down some cannon shots here with this this body just down right now. Now he's going to go ahead and reclaim his throne. Get whatever he got from that body. XXY dropping very low with the gold halberds in hand. He's going to have to try to back up, try to take a quick reset for himself. Mike has his eyes on him. Fong just being a nuisance as well, just playing around those pillars on the back right hand side. Have a random Bane spawning. CDY playing a lot more safer at not showing where he's at, just crouching behind the little garden back here. And Mike gonna have to wait and see if he manages to catch him. Look, we have his little quick inventory there from Mike. Has 2 purple weapons there for himself. Mike in very great positioning right now, with 3 eliminations. This is just game 1, and everybody's a lot more aggressive this time around, Raven. A lot of these players are getting a lot more aggro. We saw a crazy bloodbath in Plume Castle for this game, and I mean, that's what we like to see. We like to see the scrap-offs unfold for all these players. All these players getting a lot more aggressive, and I've been thinking of what you said, where these players have been catching up now. We did have a time period where we had that one dominant player, but these players are pretty much at an even playing field, and Mike just showing up that he is still the superior play out of everybody currently right now, especially with the point differences with everybody. But every fight is a very, very long scrap off, and you're gonna have to really try to your best to try to get these eliminations. And most of the time, there's always other players lurking around, third parties, fourth parties, so it's very hard to try to pick up those eliminations. And yeah, it's very interesting to see how everybody now it's just super close to skill level.
Yeah, I think the one thing that defines the difference with Mike is this situation right here in this end game. Mike really referees the lobby. He goes in, he lets everyone know that he's not going to sit back and hold space, kind of sit in the corner. He's going to try to poke and test your limits, and he's going to try to get you lobbied. A lot of players like to play placement, play the secure route, but Mike knows, especially with the future rule sets where you got an MVP around, it's all about getting these kills, and he just knows how to manufacture all these scenarios to find these kills. Now we're seeing one of the weaknesses of Faria, and when the circle gets super small, Faria has a really good chance of getting those last hits, going to the mech, and exploding everyone around here. So Mike knows this, and the first person he's targeting, again, great target selection, going for CDY right now. Gold dual blades versus gold daggers. We force out that Faria ult, and ding, 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 that's the dinner bell, baby. CDY has to run for his life, but now the rest of the lobby just like, if it's not me, that's good, it's you. So we're going for you right now. All the cannons coming out with that burn damage, and now Panda Man, CDY rebranded on the top hill, king of the mountain, pushing everyone off. But the second he's out of that mech, he's looking like a snack. That rest of the lobby is gonna stay in, but Mike still staying very active. He's not just waiting, watching him. Mike probing for any amount of weakness if he can. If you make a mistake, he's gonna put some pressure. We got the Dagger God Fong holding out, playing a little bit safer. Now Fong in the past, this safe play has done wonders for him. He's actually done super well, even won some NBPL bi-weeklies, but we're seeing at 2.2, that passive play is not going to be the future of NBPL. You're seeing the future right now. Mike and this aggression non-stop, and we're back on CDY. No fair all to his name. Mike still has his ult, but again, Kratos, the big thing I noticed today, disciplined play. Mike gets half of his armor chip. We're resetting. We're chilling. We're gonna play this sound, zipping on a multi-layer end game. We got 4 layers. We can pop off that ult and survive and win this heal off, secure that first place.
Wow. And our zone is starting to move now. We have our last and final moments starting to unfold currently here for game number 1. XXY getting aggressive onto Panda Man. Big parry from XXY into CDY. And that's big damage. Sends him in the zone. And he is going to be eliminated by Wang Liang. OUG's Mike now trying to claim this area as well. XXY goes in the zone, picks up some resources. Wang Liang with that nice elimination. Jumps up to 3 eliminations here currently for game number 1. OUG's Mike once again gets a little lows, going up on top, trying to take a quick reset for himself. DRG's Fong now getting aggressed on by Mike. The pressure still coming in from Mike. Still the poking there from Mike. Make sure no one has time to breathe. He has eyes on everything happening in the lobby. Mike still trying to apply some pressure onto Fong. Wang Liang as well with that cannon, doing a lot of chip damage there with that cannon. Fong now is gonna be forced to try to get aggressive. We have a player going up top. That's gonna be XXY with a cannon as well. Look at him just firing those shots there onto Fong, just constantly getting that pressure onto Fong. That armor just keeps going down. He popped 2 heals there and it looks like he didn't do anything at all. And Fong now trying to pop a 3rd, still getting rained on by these cannons. Fong is going to drop very low. He's going to be forced to pop this Pharaoh ultimate. And Mike now is just going to wait this out. Wang Liang as well. Everybody's just chilling. As long as that Pharaoh ult is gone, these Pings know that they have the upper hand for this lobby because the Pharaoh at these end circles, we've seen how strong they are once the circle is completely closed. And look at everybody taking a quick reset. And Wang Liang as well as XXY. Mike just chilling on top, just baiting out the Pharaoh missiles there. He does get clipped off of this one, but on the bottom side of that rooftop. And Mike now is going to try to take a quick reset for himself. Fong still trying to apply the pressure here. Does not manage to find anything so far after that first missile shot. Wang Liang gonna go ahead and start grappling up high. He's gonna go ahead and try to play the hype game here. And Fong as well is gonna contest him on top, stopping over to that Hong sword. Mike as well now in the middle layer, drops all the way low, gets hit down. He's gonna be forced to pop this Zaping ultimate. We have our last and final moments unfolding here for game number 1. Fong with no ultimate. XXY now popping that ultimate. Wang Liang now is gonna go ahead and scale rush up. Does not have the ult online. Probably already popped the XXY with half health. OUG's Mike's trying to stay up. LMB focus onto XXY for Mike. Mike now trying to apply the pressure. That player is going to fall to Wang Liang. And Wang Liang takes both eliminations there. And the 3rd probably, no, the timer runs out. But Wang Liang, I believe, ends with 5 eliminations there on the board.